A beautiful hot night in Denver, Colorado for an important Western Conference matchup as Colorado Rapids 2 welcome St. Louis City 2 inside University of Denver Soccer Stadium. Good evening, great to be with you. 93 degrees at kickoff in the Mile High City, and Colorado seeking its first win of the season after winning the Western Conference Championship a year ago. Meanwhile, for St. Louis City 2 under David Critchley, it's been a fantastic year, a very different roster after last year's success, but they've only lost twice this year, second best in the Western Conference to Houston Dynamo. We'll step away. More from Colorado after this.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the City of Angels to the Heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields.
Let's go.
And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
University of Denver Soccer Stadium in Denver, Colorado. And the upcoming schedule, match week 14 in MLS Next Pro. A busy Sunday on tap. FC Cincinnati welcomes New England Revolution. Carolina Core on the road in Orlando. San Jose welcomes Real Monarchs from Negresco Stadium. And LAFC on the road in Austin, Texas. Monday night, one afternoon game. Columbus hosting CITY United FC. And then you have North Texas visiting Vancouver next Wednesday. A beautiful night for a Western Conference matchup. 93 degrees as Colorado, last year's Western Conference champion, still seeking its first win of 2026 as the calendar turns to June. Meanwhile, St. Louis City under David Critchley off to a roaring start, second best in the West behind Houston Dynamo, only 2 losses this season. We look at the Colorado Rapids lineup under the longtime head coach, Eric Bushu. He's been with Colorado Rapids since 2017, and he's still optimistic about the rest of the season, given the grit of his group. The captain is the 19-year-old Josh Copeland. He lines up on the left. Mamadou Bilo Diop, the Senegalese forward, is the center forward. Rogelio Garcia, the academy product, lines up on the right. Nathan Chumba, 15 years of age, partners Luis Garcia in defensive midfield. In front of them, Sidney Wathuda, first-team player, down with Colorado Rapids 2 here tonight. Back four from right to left, Takuda, Gilmore, Rinaldi, and Jaden Chantak. The goalkeeper is 18 years of age. He's an academy goalkeeper named Kendall Starks. That's the group for Eric Bushu in Colorado that will face this lineup from St. Louis City 2 Under head coach David Critchley, Lorenzo Cornelius, Paul Moralt, Riley Lynch, the front three. Alt has been outstanding, 6 goals, 5 assists. Lynch also very productive, 3 goals and 6 assists. Midfield 3, Evan Carlock, Patrick McDonald, and Adateye Gabadenim are the defensive midfielders. DeGan's the left back, Jorgensen partners Pearson. Joe Andrews is the right back. Nate Martinez makes his first professional appearance tonight. The graduate of Georgia Southern makes his first start in goal for St. Louis City. The teams will switch sides right before kickoff. Emmy Nonso is our referee. Can Colorado finally find its form? 9 losses, 3 draws to begin the season after great success most of their MLS Next Pro existence. Is today the day they get win number 1 in 2026? These teams met in St. Louis, a 2-2 draw at the start of April. St. Louis won on penalties 5-3. Emmy Nonso is our referee in charge of this one. Colorado in the red uniforms. St. Louis City, the visitors in white. Here we go from Denver. Rapids looking for their first win of 2026. St. Louis trying to keep the momentum rolling. Jaden Chantak, the 18-year-old, he's a current academy player, starts again at left back for Colorado. Some pressure there from Colorado, but St. Louis will build through its goalkeeper. Nate Martinez, his pro debut tonight, has waited his turn after signing from Georgia Southern. Grew up in Decatur, Georgia. He is 22. Offside flag comes up on the first attack of the night from St. Louis City. 6 p.m. local time kickoff in Denver. It's starting to feel like summertime in the Mile High City. 93 degrees at kickoff and a lot of sunshine left in the Keystone State. That's a nice flick. An opportunity here for Colorado. Direct play here. Pulled back now 2 versus 3, and there's the shot. And it's high and wide. Rogelio Garcia, the 18-year-old who grew up in Oklahoma City, is an academy product. He was the beneficiary of that fantastic flick from Amadou Billo Diop. Wonder if he could have just gone for goal. Without the pullback, he may have been in alone. And may not so, the referee will sort things out before this restart. And Nate Martinez, one of several goalkeepers on the St. Louis City 2 team. He gets his first start as a pro here tonight. Good build here from St. Louis City, but a long touch. Recovered by St. Louis City. There's a direct diagonal. The flag stays down. 5 in the attack for the visitors. A win inside the penalty area. And a deep throw in now. Beautiful facility, beautiful night in Colorado. Jaden Chantak will throw it in. One back by St. Louis City. Chris Pearson, the Jamaican center back, partners Owen Jorgensen tonight. Pearson, formerly with Las Vegas Lights. Jorgensen is a St. Louis City Academy product at age 16. His center back partner, Chris Pearson, 7 years older. Andrew DeGans from Trinidad and Tobago, played college soccer at Oregon State. DeGans, the left back. He'll take this throw in here. Rapid step forward. Adeteye Gabadenim. Grew up in Laurel, Maryland. Previously with Cardiff City. He's a defensive midfielder partnering at Patrick McDonald's. Kendall Starks, currently in the Rapids Academy, age 18. Grew up in Crown Point, Indiana. Tonight's his 4th start of the year. He's conceded 9 goals. A lot of youth in front of Kendall Starks, the entire back line, age 20 or younger. Starks biding his time, and now he'll play out. Back to the goalkeeper, Kendall Starks. There's another good flick, and another possibility here for Colorado. Mamadou Billo Diop has had 2 excellent flicks here in the first 5 minutes, putting in his attacking partners. Back to Starks. Inviting the pressure from St. Louis City. Cat and mouse game here. Here comes Palmer Alt with the pressure. Starks will play with his feet. Takeover in midfield. Good strength and balance, but the final ball lacking. That's Sydney Wathuda, 21-year-old, grew up in Vancouver, British Columbia. He's a first-team player for Colorado. He's a product of the University of Vermont. Impressive build. Now it's Alt for St. Louis City. Took too long on the ball, dispossessed by Luis Garcia. Recovered by St. Louis City. Towards the end line. Cross comes in. Headed towards the top of the box. Fully cleared now by Colorado. Throw in conceded. Rapids will take over in midfield. Jabari Dakota is the right back for Colorado. Grew up in New York. They college soccer at Xavier. He's pushing forward here on this right side. Jorgensen across the back with Pearson. To Gans. Into the corner. Dakota gets there first. Back for Kendall Starks. Starks inviting the pressure. It does not come from St. Louis City. Direct from Starks. A ball skipping with a good bounce on this turf at University of Denver. Here's the Jamaican Chris Pearson. Back with Nate Martinez. Andrew DeGans. It's a nice build up here from St. Louis City too. DeGans played at Oregon State. He's from Trinidad and Tobago. Here comes DeGans. Forward ball. Palmer Alt squares it back right under the feet of the attacker. What a beautiful build. Evan Carlock would have had a good chance at goal as the goalkeeper was tied to that near post. Carlock, one goal on the season, gets a talking to here from our referee, Emmy Nonso. Carlock is a St. Louis City Academy product. One goal on the season tonight is his fourth start. The 18-year-old grew up in Black Earth, Wisconsin. One versus two in the corner. Good defending. Recovered by Colorado. Can they capitalize with 5? Top of the area. There's a low shot deflected. Open opportunity. Fantastic save. It fell so nicely to Mamadou Billo Diop. He had the whole goal in front, but a leg save. Nate Martinez in his pro debut. That needed to be a goal from Colorado Rapids. But Martinez saves the day for now for St. Louis City. What a good chance for the Senegalese forward, Mamadou Billo Diop. Back all the way for Kendall Starks. Recovered by Colorado at midfield. Garcia infields. Back for Luis Garcia from Colombia. He'll turn 21 on Monday. Rinaldi out of the back. Rapids now attack from the left. Edge of the box now. Push in the back. Free kick given to St. Louis City. And now the restart. Frustration mounting for Colorado as the ball is lost. Throw in coming for St. Louis City. Clever flick towards the corner. And a free kick will be given. Jaden Chantak got pulled out there. Couldn't decide whether to go into a sliding challenge. He stayed on his feet, committed the foul. Free kick now for St. Louis City. Patrick McDonald will deliver this. 2 goals on the year. 12 appearance, 11 as a starter. Palmer Alt joins him over there. Patrick McDonald's from Greensboro, North Carolina, previously with Toronto FC2. Free kick, St. Louis City near the corner flag here in the 14th minute. It will be Alt to deliver in swinger. Back with DeGans. DeGans makes an advancing run. Lorenzo Cornelius. Patience. Ball retention, a premium here for St. Louis City. McDonald's. Back with Andrews, now a turnover. Transitional moment for Colorado Rapids. Good possibility here, but a long touch lets him down in the end. Sidney Wathuda broke through. A first-team player had a chance but could not get a shot away as his last touch let him down. It was too heavy, inviting Nate Martinez to come off his line. Now the game's opened up. Here comes Andrew DeGans back the other way. Lorenzo Cornelius. Cornelius, quality delivery towards the spot. Colorado able to clear. St. Louis City taking its time to catch its collective breath before DeGans throws in. Chris Pearson out of the back. Bent in towards the box. Colorado defending its box well. That's Vincent Rinaldi, the 19-year-old. He's a Rapids Academy product. That's a big delivery, swerved in right to the goalkeeper. It came off the foot of Chris Pearson. Handled by Kendall Starks. Into the corner now. Lorenzo Cornelius. Cornelius peeking right. Nearly an own goal, but it will be a corner kick. It was Grant Gilmore facing his own goal. All he could do is steer it over the end line. First corner kick of the evening for St. Louis City. It's towards the spot, it's pulled back. One touch to settle and a bending effort well off the mark. That was Palmer Alt, the leading goal scorer, and it was crafted just for him. Quick restart here for Colorado Rapids. Space is opened up now on this right side. Jabari Dakota. Patient as he builds. Luis Garcia. Back with Chumba. Patient build up here from Colorado Rapids. Nathan Chuma, just 15 years of age. He's part of the 2010 group. Grew up in Aurora, Colorado. And ever present this year for Eric Bushu, the head coach of Rapids 2. Luis Garcia, the Colombian defensive midfielder. Now it's Grant Gilmore. Will turn 18 June 15th. Grew up in Philadelphia. Nice ball here. First time delivery. It's poked wide. The offside flag was up. The goal would not have counted, but another good look and miss from Mamadou Billo Diop. The setup was perfect. Look at the space on this right side. Jabari Dakota, the outside back, wide open, but the Senegalese forward Mamadou Billo Diop was in an offside position. This part of the match is brought to you by UC Health. With personalized care and locations across Colorado, UC Health is here for you, no matter where your story takes you. UC Health, live extraordinary. That was the best chance of the night for Colorado. Both of its best chances for the center forward, Mamadou Billo Diop. One was saved, fantastic leg save, Nate Martinez. That one was even better, but he came from an offside position, negating the chance. Diop, 1 goal on the season in 7 appearances. He starts for the 8th time of the campaign tonight. Jabari Dakota. Garcia dropping between the center backs. Feels like Colorado is trying to bait St. Louis City into pressing, and St. Louis City has not taken the bait. Sitting in their blocks, content to defend in this scoreless game away from home. Hopeful ball into the corner, well defended by St. Louis City. That's a nice build. Dakota curls it in again. Missed clearance. Out for a corner kick again. Jabari Dakota was excellent. That's his 2nd quality service in a 5-minute span. Corner kick to Colorado. Referee Emi Nonso sorting things out inside the goal area. A lot of bodies moving inside the box. It goes to the back post. Over hit as the goalkeeper Nate Martinez falls inside his own net. They tried everything on that, Colorado did. And players crisscrossing inside the penalty area, but the service was overhit. Starks, direct ball off the chest of Diop, but he came from an offside position. Restart now for St. Louis City. Largely even first half. As Colorado and St. Louis City go toe-to-toe for the 2nd time this season. The first was a draw and a penalty shootout win for St. Louis City, and there's a free kick. Too much pressure from the visitors. Free kick coming to Colorado. This part of the match is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Nice width now for St. Louis City on this left side. Riley Lynch inside the box. Lynch to the back post. But the flag was up. He had crossed the end line before that second delivery. Now Lynch has played most of this match on the right side of that right wing position. He popped up on the left there. Lynch has been excellent. 3 goals, 6 assists this year. A veteran of this league, he previously played with San Jose Earthquakes too. A change in tactics here, no more short goal kicks. The long one comes from Kendall Starks here. Towards the corner. Andrew DeGans. Well-weighted ball. He is in, but the shot didn't have a lot on it. It was Parker Ault slipping inside the box, applying gravity, opening up space for his teammates. That was Riley Lynch with the opportunity, falling away from goal, left-footed shot after Ault left the space for him. Interchanging are the front three of St. Louis City as of late. Colorado back the other way. Center of the park. Off to the left, runners coming. And a deflected cross will lead to another Colorado corner. Sidney Wathuda, the first team player, was launching that attack. Product of University of Vermont, where he won a national championship. Second corner kick tonight for Colorado Rapids. Luis Garcia all alone, top of the box for Colorado. Bent towards the spot in the air a long time and headed clear. Closest to it was Grant Gilmore, the center back, push forward for Colorado. Jaden Chantak push forward, now a foul at midfield. We'll likely see a booking here for a cynical foul in transition. Jabari Dakota in the book. The right back had to commit that foul as St. Louis City was on the break. Dakota, the 20-year-old out of Xavier University.
A yellow card was issued to Colorado Rapids to number 45, Jabari Dakota, in the 27th minute.
Now Rapids up the pressure. Off the chest, he kept it in play. Here comes Andrew DeGans. Deflected all the way back to Kendall Starks. DeGans has been one of the fulcrums, the left back on the overlap, supporting Lorenzo Cornelius. Most of the successful St. Louis City attacks have come up this left side. Rapids unable to keep it in play. Center back and forward, not on the same page. The ball became Alt was ready for it. And Alt's dropping into midfield a lot. That opportunity was for Riley Lynch, who has been the most advanced player in the last few attacks. Lynch dropping in behind the center backs as Alt drops into midfield. Alt draws a lot of attention, 6 goals, 5 assists on the year. In the middle of that St. Louis City attack. Here come the Rapids. Diop, good hold-up play. Keeps possession for his team. Allo Diop, off to the left. Edge of the area now, good first touch, and the shot is blocked. And that is pushed wide, just a snake-bitten team all around Colorado. That was a nice build-up, it fell to the captain, Josh Copeland. He struck it well, but it was blocked inside the penalty area. Josh Copeland, a 19-year-old captain. He grew up in Macomb, Michigan. Played college soccer at Detroit Mercy. So back to the debutant, Nate Martinez, his first pro appearance, the goalkeeper for St. Louis City out of Georgia Southern. Rapids recover the ball. Curling ball over hits. 2 runners there, neither could get on the end of that. 30 minutes in, 2 best chances for Mamadou Billo Diop, the Colorado center forward. This part of the match is brought to you by Kywit, official construction and engineering partner of the Colorado Rapids. So far, 5 shots for Colorado, 2 for St. Louis City. Each team 1 shot on target. Possession about even, 50-50 so far. From the end line, curled in, free header over the bar. Another glorious chance for Mamadou Billo Diop, and he cannot hit the targets. Perfect cross on the left. Watch this on a platter here. Maybe too easy for Mamadou Billo Diop. Didn't really get behind the ball. A flat-footed header well over the goal frame. That's 3 good chances in 30 minutes for Mamadou Billo Diop. You could say he is due. Direct ball here. Kendall Starks off his line to claim. Currently in the Rapids Academy, age 18 from Crown Point, Indiana. His 4th start of the year tonight. That's Nathan Chumba supporting in midfield, 15 years of age. Of the Rapids Academy. Ball's going to skip. I think they watered the grass a lot tonight before the game because it's 94 degrees in Denver. With that grass on a beautiful surface like this, it's going to skip those direct balls in behind the back line. The Rapids defenders have to take that into account when they play these balls over the top. Here's another promising attack. Good first touch, and there it is. The breakthrough goal, and it comes from the captain, Josh Copeland. And a deserved lead for Colorado Rapids through the captain, Josh Copeland. A sloppy turnover there. First ball play for Rogelio Garcia. And then Wathuda, the first team man, on a platter for Josh Copeland. And he beats Martinez at the near post. Colorado will really celebrate this goal, taking time with some hydration on their way back. You score a goal, you get a chance to have a little drink. Third goal of the season for Josh Copeland. He scored in back-to-back games back in April.
Colorado Rapids 2 goal. Scored by number 42, Josh Copeland. Assisted by number 47, Sidney Wathuda. Goal scored in the 34th minute.
Now St. Louis City looking for an immediate answer. Pressure from Colorado, they've won it again. This is the type of win that led to a goal. Now it's Diop, back to goal, faces up, looking for a shooting angle. That's a good hit from Amadou Bello Diop, and it's well saved by Nate Martinez. St. Louis City back the other way. Riley Lynch cuts inside. Long touch is too heavy. Won by the Colombian Luis Garcia. Final pass too heavy. Kabadehen, the 22-year-old defensive midfielder. The last pass. Now Josh Copeland, 20 years old. He's the captain. His third goal of the season. Now some pressure on Starks. The goalkeeper plays through it. It'll be a deep throw in now for St. Louis City. Pearson. Pearson with Owen Jorgensen. Pearson back to Nate Martinez. Amadou Bello Diop, that's a nice hold-up play. He is released. Rogelio Garcia. Garcia enters the box, back to his left foot, centers it. Miss-hit that time from Copeland. St. Louis City not quite able to clear, and it's back to their goalkeeper, Nate Martinez. Martinez able to walk it out. That's Palmer Alt, the center forward, dropping all the way back between the center backs to launch the attack. Maybe showing he's a bit frustrated by the buildup behind him. Very seldom see a center forward drop all the way back in the buildup phase. But Alt wants to be on the ball. 6 goals, 3 assists on the season. Here's Alt again, now a midfielder it seems. We'll see if he gets back forward in front of the midfield and between the center backs. Some contact, referee had a good view, he says play on. And there is a free kick. After the fact, maybe a frustration foul. Joe Andrews, he's part of the U16 group in the St. Louis City Academy. Graduate high school in the class of 2028. He's the right back tonight for St. Louis City and David Critchley. Chumba. Sidney Wathuda dropping off to support. He had the assist. Now the Josh Copeland goal. Another good win. The press works for Colorado. Now it's Bilo Diop. Mamadou Bilo Diop, his shot is blocked. Push in the back, free kick is given. Josh Copeland committed the foul. Restart now for St. Louis City. 5 minutes to first half stoppage time. Grant Gilmore stepped out of his center back position to try and win that entry pass. Here's Alt between the lines. Palmer Alt now, top of the box. Alt short pass, extra ball here. St. Louis City from the right, they attack. Excellent save from Starks at the near post. Still alive for St. Louis City. Clipped in, Alt's header is in. Fantastic header from St. Louis City's leading scorer, Palmer Alt. He started the attack. He ends it. Second phase of that attack. And Palmer Alt has his 7th on the year. Watch 42, edge of the box. This short ball here into the feet of Carlock. First initial save was excellent from Starks. But Colorado a bit soft, unable to clear it. And that's just too easy. A short cross clipped in with 3 defenders standing in the way. And Palmer Alt, the former Indiana Hoosier, knows what to do with it. 7 on the year for Palmer Alt. Now we'd watch Palmer Alt drop deeper and deeper, even between the center backs to launch the attacks. That time he latched on the ball just over midfield. And a ghost at the back post, unmarked, for that clipped in delivery. 7 on the season for Palmer Alt. Comes in the 42nd minute. After Josh Copeland opened the scoring in the 34th.
St. Louis City 2 goals scored by number 42, Palmer Alt, in the 42nd minute.
Here come Colorado back the other way. And there's a free kick. And we will have a booking here. Yellow card shown. Jaden Chantak. The left back was taken down. Lorenzo Cornelius issued the yellow card for that challenge.
Number 83, Lorenzo Cornelius, in the 43rd minute.
18-year-old academy product in the book for St. Louis City. Free kick coming here in the 44th minute for Colorado. Into a dangerous spot, and it's headed over the bar. That was a defensive header from St. Louis City. A corner kick coming now for Colorado. St. Louis City vehemently disagrees with this call. Colorado wants to play quickly. They sent two over there. Unable to do so. Now they'll go the long way. Here's the delivery, back post, it's crowded, there's a foul, no goal here. A bit too much pushing and shoving around the goalkeeper. That was an excellent delivery. You could see Nate Martinez was pinned in, but an immediate whistle and no real argument for Colorado. Our referee Emmy Nonso calls the foul against Colorado Rapids. Something to build upon for Colorado on that set piece delivery. DeGan's clever back heel. It's back to the Trinidad and Tobago native. He curls it in, swept aside. And we have a deep throw in now. A minimum of 1 minute will be added on here at the end of the first half. Corner kick, St. Louis City. It's low towards the near post and mishit. Last touch there by Colorado. Another corner kick here for St. Louis City. This might be the last action of this first half. Towards the near post, headed free. And it is halftime. A good fight back from St. Louis City after the third goal of the season from Josh Copeland. It came in the 34th minute. An equalizing goal for Palmer Alt in the 42nd minute, his 7th of the season. Our score at halftime, Colorado Rapids 1, St. Louis City 1. Coming up in our halftime show, we go from coast to coast to profile a pair of players, plus highlights and our upcoming schedule. All of that after this timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the City of Angels to the Heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields.
Let's go.
And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. sold-out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Here at University of Denver Soccer Stadium, it's a 1-1 draw between Colorado and St. Louis City. Now let's head to the Tar Heel State and meet one of the cogs in the Carolina Core Club, Anthony Sumo. Later we'll head back to earlier this season when we met LAFC midfielder Brian Moyano.
Had a huge ceiling for this young kid.
You're going to like him a lot. His name is Peyton Miller. This is great stuff again. Oh my goodness.
Force away through here. Ball to the back post. It's awkward and it's thrust in towards goal.
From Unionville, Connecticut to stepping on the field in Major League Soccer, Peyton Miller's journey is just getting started.
I'm from Connecticut. I grew up in Unionville. Growing up, I trained a lot with my dad. My dad is mostly the reason for where I am today. When I was like 7, I won a championship for my travel team with my dad as a coach, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
As Peyton began to excel as a player, he began receiving attention from multiple clubs.
I started at FSAFC, and then I wanted to excel my game a little bit more, so then I went to Oakwood. And then from there, we played teams like New England Revolution, Philadelphia Union, and then the Revs reached out, and it was my childhood dream to play for the Revs, so it was kind of an easy decision for me to make to come here.
When I arrived at the Revs as a new employee, the staff was telling me about a young man named Peyton Miller. And so right away I went and did as much research as I could, and when I watched him play one time, it was like, wow, this kid is special. Just the way he moved, the way he was working with the ball, the way he looked around naturally. I knew as well as others knew this kid had something inherently in him that we wanted to be around.
Dreams don't come without sacrifice. At just 13, Peyton had to leave his family and friends behind to pursue soccer full-time.
It was hard not being able to be with my parents and not being able to see friends, but it was the sacrifices that I had to make to live this dream. And before that, a year earlier, my parents had to drive 2 hours every single day from Connecticut to Foxborough just so that I can make training, and I'm very grateful for that.
Moving into the Academy's residency program gave Peyton access to top-level training and gave him a platform to continue growing.
And our world structure is everything, because players they're learning so much. There's academics, there's social development, there's physical development, there's goals, there's outside pressures already, there's social media. So what we need to do is we need to provide structure to allow these players to chase their dreams, but chase their dreams with guidelines and helpful. And then when they need a little something extra, we're there for them to help them navigate whatever's in front of them.
By 15, Peyton's hard work paid off. He signed a homegrown contract with the Revolution, and he made his professional debut with Revolution 2 in 2023.
It was against Atlanta. I had a couple good chances, good balls for an assist or a goal maybe. That should have happened, but I was very nervous in the beginning, but as soon as the whistle blew, it kind of just all went away, and all I could feel was just like the adrenaline rush.
Playing against older and stronger players forced Peyton to adapt quickly.
I didn't want the guys like babying me because I was young. I wanted them to tell me how it really was, and they really understood that, and like they weren't afraid to yell at me if I did something wrong, and that's what helped me get to the next level.
His performances that season with Revs 2 opened the door to an opportunity with the first team.
At the end of our season with the second team, they gave me the chance to come train with the first team, and then a little bit previous of that, that's when I signed my homegrown contract. So that was a very big step. You know, the speed of play was crazy when I got to the first team, but I got used to it for a little bit. And then that's when the off season hit. And then that's when I really started to like train. And I came back for the preseason and I was ready for it.
Soon after came the moment he'd been dreaming of since childhood, his MLS debut at just 16 years old, making him the second youngest player in club history to make his debut.
Another interesting debut here. Obviously all the talk about Kevin Sullivan, but Peyton Miller will make his MLS debut, the 16-year-old from Unionville, Connecticut.
My parents made the trip to Philly so they could see me play. And I kind of knew before the game that like this might be the game that I come in, because they told me that week that I'll probably get in that game. But I was nervous stepping to the line, but Caleb just said to me, like, have fun. This is what you love to do. Just go out there and be a kid. And that's what I did. I kind of, as soon as I stepped on the field, everything just went away and it was just me and the ball.
For Peyton and his family, it was a moment of pride.
They were all excited. You know, I got a lot of texts from everyone, Instagram stories, all that type of stuff. Everyone just saying that they're proud of me. It was kind of just like a full circle moment, being able to represent the badge and represent my family, my friends, and knowing that all the hard work that I put in, the sacrifices that my parents made, paid off.
4 days later, Peyton would make his full MLS debut against FC Dallas.
Okay, Miller, goal. Bobby Wood! Courtesy of the 16-year-old Miller. The Revs to the lead.
Peyton hasn't just made waves at the club level. He's also become a mainstay in the U.S. youth national team setup, earning call-ups from the U15s through the U23s. He featured in all 4 matches at the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, and later represented the United States at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as one of the youngest players on the roster.
As a staff, when Peyton debuted with the 17s and went on, we all have these Slack channels and his pictures coming up from different players snapping the TV going, there's our friend, there's our teammate, there's our guy, and then other coaches. It was really endearing just to be together. It was because we were actually on the road for a game as an academy staff, and that was amazing. And then to see the whole transformation of where he goes and what he's done, we couldn't be more proud.
Peyton hopes his story can be a blueprint for success for the next generation of Revolution players.
It means a lot to me, you know, like to have younger kids look up to me, and some kids will come up to me and ask me like, what'd you do to get where you're at? And I'll kind of just tell them like it takes sacrifice and effort and you just have to be willing to put in the work. But there's a lot of kids that come up to me and I always tell them like, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Like, I was once where you're at, like don't be afraid.
Colorado and St. Louis 1-1 to score here at halftime. Paul Mauralt's 7th goal of the season came 3 minutes before halftime. That was the equalizer after the opening goal 34 minutes in from Josh Copeland, his 3rd goal of the year. Upcoming schedule, match week 14 in MLS Next Pro. The MLS Next Pro continues while MLS takes a break for the upcoming Men's World Cup across North America. Starts Thursday with Mexico launching the 2026 World Cup. 4 matches tomorrow. FC Cincinnati hosts New England Revolution. Carolina Core on the road in Orlando. San Jose Earthquakes welcoming Real Monarchs. LAFC on the road in Austin, Texas. Monday afternoon, it's Columbus hosting Connecticut United. And then Wednesday night, North Texas travels to Vancouver. Latest scores across match week 14. Last night, Crown Legacy won again. They beat Philadelphia Union 1-0. TFC, a 2-1 win over Huntsville City at home. Portland secured a 1-0 Cascadia win on the road in Vancouver. And then going back to last weekend, a 5-2 drubbing Orlando City over Chattanooga. Portland beat Tacoma 1-0. And St. Louis City a 2-0 victory over North Texas. Here we see the highlight, second meeting of the season. The first was a draw and a penalty shootout victory for St. Louis City. Colorado still looking for its first win of the season as they play their 13th match of the campaign. Last year's Western Conference champions desperate for 3 points. Early on, some possibilities. This fell nicely here to Billo Diop, but a well-saved opportunity for Nate Martinez in his debut. More from the left from the Rapids. Shot was blocked, and then pushed wide. More up the left side from Colorado Rapids. This comes in. Look at the chance for Billo, but he heads it over the bar. Senegalese snake bitten throughout this first half. But then here comes the goal. The pressure and the composure from Sidney Wathuda. First team player puts it in the path. Josh Copeland, the 20-year-old captain, with his third goal of the season. A breakthrough for Colorado in the 34th minute. But then look at this. Palmeral to Talisman, evicted up in midfield. Launches this attack. First save was a good one from Kendall Starks, but Colorado just watching inside their own box. Nobody steps to the ball. It's clipped to the middle. And a nice header from Palmeral. His 7th goal of the year. It comes in the 42nd minute. St. Louis City's leading scorer leveled the proceedings. It's 1-1 here at halftime. We'll take our last break and come back for the second half kickoff from Denver, Colorado at halftime. In the Mile High City, Colorado 1, St. Louis City 1.
Yeah, boys hear sentiment, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still sticking ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best, can rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Set for the start of the second half from Denver. A warm night in the Mile High City, 93 degrees at kickoff. It's cooled down to 87. But the sun won't set for another hour and a half or so. Players will have to deal with the conditions for the final 45 minutes. Second half underway. Burgundy kits for Colorado, the visitors, St. Louis City in white. An early foul, and you see St. Louis City has ratcheted up the intensity. first touch. Copeland into the channel, early cross is clear. Recovery here for Colorado. Luis Garcia, Nathan Jumba. Patience out there. Much better passing from Colorado. Jumba, edge of the box. Curling ball, back post, slightly overheads. Alt, again the fulcrum. Alt back in the box. Corner kick coming to St. Louis City. Fourth corner kick of the night for St. Louis City. 3 corner kicks so far for Colorado. Palmer Alt does it all. He'll jog over there to take this corner kick. Short corner taken by Alt. Deflected cross will lead to another corner kick. And now Evan Carlock sprints over to the corner flag to restart. 18-year-olds, academy products, grew up in Wisconsin. Short corner. Long range strike is saved. Big rebound and fully clear. That was Chris Pearson, the big Jamaican center back, with a good strike from about 30 yards away. A well taken free kick off the training ground for St. Louis City. And maybe the best save of the night for Kendall Starks, the Colorado goalkeeper. Well-weighted ball, edge of the box now. Corner kick conceded. It's been all St. Louis City in the first 4 minutes of the second half. They've been very crafty from these corner kicks. Will they have another well-designed one here? This one goes towards the back post. Well defended by Colorado. McDonald with the delivery, headed backward towards midfield. And one by Colorado. You have to be careful heading the ball backward in your own box because it leads to counterattacks like these. Josh Copeland, the goal scorer, fades across, stays on his feet. Copeland pulls it back. It's Luis Garcia, the Colombian. Flipped in by Chandak, and it's just past the post. Good chance again for Billow. Mamadou Billow continues to carve out chances. That's 4 on the night for the Senegalese center forward. Watch this delivery. Jaden Chantak. Perfect delivery. Mamadou Diop was right there. Here's another win for Colorado. Soft pass, low strike past the near post. Mamadou Diop continues to carve out chances. You You ask a coach, they would say, I would be worried if he's not creating chances. Mamadou Diop has been on the end of 5 chances here in the first 50 minutes. He is a handful. He's hard to slow down. Just needs that finishing touch. That's the next step for him. Another win in midfield from Colorado. Good hold-up play from Diop. Long-range strike, and it's saved. St. Louis has been sloppy with the ball, building from its own end. We'll see the decision made here by Nate Martinez. Owen Jorgensen. Cornelius is fouled. Kibetehen draws the free kick. Pressure on Kendall Starks. Jaden Chantak, Academy player, age 18. He's the left back. He's had a good shift tonight. Here he is on the ball. Jaden Chantak tries the early delivery. And out comes the St. Louis City goalkeeper, Nate Martinez. This part of the match is brought to you by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, let's go places. Free kick given.
Turn them up, Chicho!
Set piece coming for St. Louis City. They've looked dangerous on restarts here tonight. Back towards the corner. Clipped in. Headed central. Brought down now. Colorado steps out. Jorgensen from an onside position. Keeps it in play. Back for Owen Jorgensen, the center back. He'll drive it in. Back post, dangerous spot, nobody there. And it will roll out for a Colorado goal kick. Martinez. Good first touch. Here comes St. Louis City with 5 in the attack. Long time on the ball and finally dispossessed. Chuba's won it back for Colorado. Easily offside. But a 2-yard distance between Mamadou Diop and the St. Louis City center back. Ball. just need to be a bit more patient. That's Luis Garcia, 20-year-old Colombian. Turned 21 on Monday, but not much pressure on him, and he just dropped it in behind the center backs and gave it right back to St. Louis City. Good aerial battle there, throw-in coming for St. Louis City. Flipped in, headed up over the end line. A goal kick or a corner kick is coming. Evan Carlock will deliver this corner kick for St. Louis City. Short corner taken. Back to Carlock, he's onside. Stabs it to the near post, it's punched out. And good defending there. Desperate defending from Colorado. Jabari Dakota did well to clear it before a second shot could be attempted.
Copy that. Yep.
Nice diagonal switch. It's on here for St. Louis City. Excellent pressure for Jaden Chandak, the left back for Colorado. Self pass too heavy. Attempted there by Ariteye Gabadehen. Rapids will build through their goalkeeper, Kendall Starks. Recovered by St. Louis City, and now they push up the left side. Colorado back in good numbers. Free kick is given. Here comes the change.
Attention for
Joe
substitution.
Andrews will depart.
St. Louis City 2 is making their first
Academy
change.
player.
Leading the game, number 81,
Has
Joe
run his
Andrews.
race. He lasts
Entering the
16
game, number
minutes and is replaced here by Jamone Barkley.
Replaces Andrews in the 59th.
Barkley is a 22-year-old Jamaican defender. And he comes on for Joe Andrews. First change of the night for David Critchley, head coach of St. Louis City. Wonderful diagonal ball. Lorenzo Cornelius sizing up his man. Cornelius pulls it back. Kept in play by Lynch. Cornelius open again on the right. That's a nice bill from St. Louis City. Cornelius, a deflected cross, cleared by Colorado. Foot race now. Shoulder to shoulder challenge. Quick throw in taken. Top of the box now. Little pull back. Hopeful ball towards the back post. Nobody there for Colorado. Long switch beyond the intended targets. Vincent Rinaldi in the midfield. Good sliding wind to win it back. Anateye Gabadehen. Break up this left side, now a pull back here. That shot deflected, spinning away from the penalty area, now cleared. Kept in play. Diagonal ball is a beauty, the flag is down. Diop again, past the far post. Mamadou Diop had the opportunity from a tough angle. And now a triple change for Eric Bushu in Colorado Rapids. Vincent Rinaldi, the center back, departs. Charlie Harper, who turns 23 today. The Australian played at University of North Carolina. He comes on for Rinaldi. Donovan Phillip, a first-team player, 21 years of age from St. Lucia, played college soccer at NC State. Comes on for Luis Garcia. And the last change, Donnie De La Fuente, who wears 66 tonight, instead of his usual number 65 jersey. He enters for Luis Garcia. And Phillip entered for Rogelio Garcia. So Garcia, Rinaldi, and Garcia off. Phillip, Harper, De La Fuente come on. Johnny De La Fuente is a 16-year-old, turned 17 in about a week. Current academy player, getting some big-time minutes in this 1-1 draw. Here comes the pressure from St. Louis City. Quality build from Colorado. Now up this left side. Jaden Chantak, 18-year-old academy player. Early cross, headed clear. Run down far side by Colorado. Johnny De La Fuente, his first touch after coming on as a substitute. De La Fuente peeks over the shoulder. The 16-year-old's trying to pull the strings. He pulls out to this wide area. That's nice from Colorado. Cleared initially by St. Louis City, not all the way out. Edge of the box now. Flipped into the back post. First time hit is wide. It was the left-footed volley off the floated delivery to the right side of the box. And a goal kick coming. This part of the match is brought to you by American Family Insurance. Life's better when you're protected under our roof. Both goals came in the first half. 34th minute from Copeland, 42nd minute equalizer from Palmer Alt. Right into the game, the birthday boy, Charlie Harper, in the book. Right off the substitutes bench, the North Carolina product is booked for that challenge.
A yellow card was issued to Colorado Rapids number 37,
Harper
Charlie
coming here.
Harper, in the 68th minute.
Left his feet, studs up challenge right in front of the referee. Quick decision there from Emi Nonso, the man in the middle.
Let's go, Rapids!
Colorado up to 17 shots, only 6 on the night from St. Louis City. Both teams 4 shots on target. Dummy run, possibilities now, edge of the box, push wide. It was right there for the goal scorer, Palmer Alt. He had his 7th of the year in the first half. This one he would expect to score. 1v1 with the goalkeeper. He tried to slide it inside that right post. A rare miss from Palmer Alt. Here comes a change for St. Louis City. Drew Dowling, part of the U16 Academy team, will come on here for Lorenzo Cornelius. Dowling, winding down his sophomore year of high school this spring, will graduate in 2028. The U16 Academy player comes on. Dowling for Cornelius there for St. Louis City. One to keep an eye on the bench for St. Louis City, Miroslav Levkovsky. Just 14 years of age. He's available off the bench tonight. Part of the U.S. U15 boys national team. Made a trip to Croatia last month. Levkovsky could make his pro debut here today. Time and space now for St. Louis City. Good win in the defensive half here from Colorado. Picked up by Josh Copeland. Middle of the field. Push wide right. St. Louis City back in good numbers. Colorado probing here in the 73rd minute, looking to retake the lead. Clipped in. And a clear. Colorado valuing the ball here in the second half. Jaden Chantak inside. Good turn. Copeland forces a good save. Second chance to the back post is cleared. That was a long buildup from Colorado, led to Josh Copeland, their captain, who scored his third goal of the season in the first half. He forced the full stretch save from Nate Martinez. And now the whistle blows. This part of the match is brought to you by UC Health. With personalized care in locations across Colorado, UC Health is here for you, no matter where your story takes you. UC Health. Live extraordinary. Now St. Louis against the run of play. A break. Back the other way. Top of the box now. Back to his right. And he misses the goal frame. It was deflected. It will be a corner kick. Long run again from Pomeralt. He just had a chance for his second. He pushed it wide. This time he drew two defenders. And a corner kick after that block. Grant Gilmore, the center back, did his best going to ground to deny Pomeralt. Short option here for St. Louis City. They will use it. One more pass, top of the area, shot blocked. It's Andrew DeGans, the beneficiary of that. Now it's Patrick McDonald. Riley Lynch slips it through, it's Alt. Cannot quite find the space he needed. Alt was hopeful, he doesn't need much. And well defended there. Both teams will take a breather. Chantak pushes forward. Here comes the left back, academy player. Beautiful run, but the final ball was a bit heavy. Promising run from Jaden Chantak. Got a bit excited as he hit midfield to try and slip it to one of the attackers. Here comes Mamadou Diop. Here come Colorado. Slip through. That's a nice ball to the back post, tremendously defended by St. Louis City. This comes out of nowhere from Colorado. It's Josh Copeland, the captain. He makes the run. First time ball. There's a nice back post run. And it was Donovan Phillip, the first team player on loan to Rapids 2. Product of NC State by way of St. Lucia with the opportunity. Hydration continues to be a key for both teams. 94 degrees at kickoff. Wide left. Here come the Rapids. Copeland caught in possession. St. Louis tries to break the other way. St. Louis steps up its line. Colorado tries to beat it, but the offside flag does come up. Owen Jorgensen, 16-year-old academy product. Gabadehen. Evan Carlock back into midfield. Some contact, free kick now for St. Louis City right at the end line. That's Riley Lynch who draws the foul. Donovan Phillip, he's an attacker. He's tracking back to defend there. He commits the foul right before the end line. Comes this restart just beyond the 18-yard box for St. Louis City. Riley Lynch lurking on the edge of the area. Driven back post, it's designed. Shot blocked. That shot is saved. Another clearance, and now fully cleared. The array of set pieces for St. Louis City has been so impressive tonight. This is another one from St. Louis City off the training ground, and it's well executed again. It's lofted to the back post, and the guy is ready for it. This is perfect from St. Louis City. Watch this. On a dime, shot blocked. And the second chance is well saved there by Kendall Starks, the Rapids goalkeeper. Corner kick coming. What do they have up their sleeves now? We've seen 6 or 7 different set pieces that have been creative from St. Louis City in this game alone. Many of them from the corners. That one was from a set piece. This one more conventional towards the middle. And now Colorado will try and break. Transitional moment for Colorado Rapids. Nice sliding win there from Owen Jorgensen. He had to get it right. If not, it would have been 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Eric Bushy will make another change. Landon Strohmeyer will come on for Mamadou Diop. Josh Strohmeyer is 18. He's a current academy player with Colorado.
Attention for substitution.
Another good outing from Mamadou Diop. He did not score, but he generated 5 or 6 good chances.
Entering game number 58, Landon Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer replaces Diop in the 82nd minute.
A 1-minute delay now. Long time rule in MLS Next Pro. If it takes you too long to exit the match, the entering substitute has to wait a minute. So that was a mistake for Mamadou Diop. It took too long to exit the fields. Landon Strohmeyer will have to wait a minute. And for that minute, Colorado was down a player. Rapids still attacking right across the face of goal. Phillip trying to generate opportunities from the corner. Strohmeyer, you can see, still waiting to come on at midfield. That rule designed to speed up the pace of play in MLS Next Pro. Now the top of the box. Rapids still buzzing around in the 84th minute. Flip to the back post. Again, the Rapids playing down a player for the next few seconds after the slow departure of Mamadou Diop. Look like St. Louis City is preparing a double change at the next stoppage. Good first touch here, St. Louis City. A big rebound, but it's recovered there by the Colorado goalkeeper, Kendall Starks. Now the whistle blown, a player down in midfield on one knee. And Minanzo checks on him. Player departing for St. Louis City. Looks like that double change is happening as we look back at this opportunity. Evan Carlock with the chance there. The 18-year-old academy product for St. Louis City. And now treatment will come for the captain and goal scorer, Josh Copeland of Colorado. Both teams will take the moment to get some hydration.
Attention for substitution. St. Louis CITY2 making the third and fourth change. Leaving the game number 54, Adate Padahan, and number 73, Evan Carlock.
Evan Carlock will depart.
Number 55, Miroslav Levkovsky.
And a pro debut for a bright prospect in the St. Louis City system, Miroslav Levkovsky. He's 14 years old. He played for the U.S. boys national team U15s on a trip to Croatia last month. He makes his pro debut. He'll turn 15 in July. Now the other change, Kobe Hamler, a U19 Academy player, has entered as well. And after the injury treatment, Josh Copeland will depart and will be replaced by Chris Aquino.
Attention for substitution. Colorado Rapids 2 making their fifth change. Leaving the game number 42, Josh Copeland.
Kobe Hamler, the U19 Academy player, just came on for the defensive midfielder, Adeteye Gabadehan. There is the confirmed change. Copeland off. Replaced by Chris Aquino, who grew up in Kennewick, Washington. Last played for FC Juarez before joining the Colorado organization. Colorado winless in 12 to start the season. Uncharted territory for the defending Western Conference champions. Can they finally get the breakthrough? 2 minutes plus second half stoppage time to find it. If not a penalty shootouts. St. Louis City hard to beat. They've only lost twice this season. Second place to Houston Dynamo in the Western Conference. Nice knockdown, but the shot is high and wide. Direct play from the throw-in, a nice leave. An opportunity on the half volley there. That chance fell to Drew Dowling, the U16 Academy player who will graduate high school in 2 years. Jaden Chantak has been lively up this left side the entire night. Here he is on the ball. Slips it through. Beautiful from Chantak. Now a centering ball is well defended. He beat two defenders with that little slip pass. Throw-in coming. Colorado preparing for the set piece before a second half stoppage time. Chris Aquino just entered the match for the captain, Josh Copeland.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 3 minutes.
A minimum of 3 minutes will be added on here at the end of this second half. It's a wall of white defending the burgundy kits of Colorado. Here come the burgundy attackers. Driven to the back post. There's a header. It's pushed wide. Oh, what a chance from inside the 6-yard box for Colorado. A free header that could have been a game winner. Quick restart, St. Louis. And that's overhit. All the way back to Kendall Starks. Best set piece opportunity of the night for Colorado. That header about 5 yards from goal. Slice clearance here, throw-in coming for Colorado. Driven spot, ensuing run, it's headed wide. That was a good hit on a slicing ball that fell top of the box there. Jabari Dakota, the right back, found himself in a central spot. His shot was goalward and headed wide for a corner kick for Colorado.
Come on, Colorado!
Fourth corner kick of the night for Colorado. Here comes the corner to the back post. There's a header, and it's not on the mark. It was right there, it seemed, for Grant Gilmore, but he couldn't quite connect. Player stays down for Colorado. Referee Benanzo blows the whistle for treatments. So we are nearing kicks from the spot at the end of 90 minutes. Recap the night so far. Opening goal came 34 minutes in from the captain and 20-year-old Josh Copeland, third of the season. And then 8 minutes later, Palmer Alt, his 7th goal of the campaign. It came 3 minutes before halftime. That is our scoring from these teams who drew the first time they met. That was at the start of April, a 2-2 draw. St. Louis won on penalties. Back in play after the injury treatments. There's full time. Neither team finds the breakthrough in the second half, and you can see the reaction of Colorado. They really wanted the full 3 points tonight. We will have a penalty shootout from Denver, full time. Colorado 1, St. Louis 1. Penalty kicks await after the break. Through 90 minutes, let's look back at how we got here. Here's the opening goal, well taken from Colorado. It's Josh Copeland, the captain. His 3rd of the season after a bad giveaway from St. Louis City. But then the talisman, he kept dropping deeper to get on the ball. Palmer Alt does just that. Here comes 42, right to the heart of the Colorado defense. And they lose sight of the leading scorer. First save is there. Here's the second chance for St. Louis City. And look at the movement in the box. Deft header, Palmer Alt. 7th of the year, 3 minutes before halftime to level the score for St. Louis City. A familiar territory for these two teams in St. Louis. Their first meeting was a shootout victory back in April. We go to the spot kicks again. That was a 5-3 win for St. Louis City on penalties. Most recently, St. Louis City lost a penalty shootout 2 matches ago against LAFC. Last penalty shootouts was at the end of April at Swangard Stadium for Colorado. They lost 3-2 against Vancouver after a 1-1 draw in regulation. First penalty taker will be attempted by Colorado. It will be the substitute Chris Aquino. He just entered for the captain, Josh Copeland, right before second half stoppage time. So very interesting for St. Louis City. Nate Martinez, his pro debut, and he gets a shootout in his professional debut, his first minutes as a pro, and he gets to experience an MLS Next Pro shootout after his first 90 minutes. He's getting his jumping jacks in on the goal line to try and throw something to think about for Chris Aquino. Aquino here, the substitute for Colorado. He converts. Nate Martinez guessed the right way, but he could not keep it out. A good start for Colorado and Chris Aquino. Right under the hands of Martinez. The first penalty taker for St. Louis City will be the Jamaican center back, Christopher Pearson. He's the captain. Expecting a big hit from him. We saw him lace a shot from 30 yards out in the second half, forcing a good save. He can strike a ball. Short run up from the Jamaican. Here it is from Chris Pearson. It's off the underside of the crossbar and not over the line. It's a penalty miss from Chris Pearson. He rattles the goal frame. He strikes it well, but it does not cross the line. Right down on top of the goal line, but not over it. And a big time reaction there from Kendall Starks. Next up, Jabari Dakota, the Xavier University product from New York City. Can he put Colorado in pole position here against Nate Martinez? Dakota off the outside of the post and wide. Jabari Dakota misses. And now life for St. Louis City. Watch this. Outside of the post and out. Here is the captain and goal scorer, Palmer Alt. He converted his penalty the first time these teams met. He was the 4th penalty taker. All 5 penalties were successful for St. Louis City in the first matchup between these teams. It's Palmer Alt, his 7th goal of the season earlier tonight against Kendall Starks. Alt, good penalty. Starks was a bit late to react as he went to his left. And now the first team attacker, Donovan Phillip, native of St. Lucia in the Caribbean. Played college soccer at NC State. He came off the bench in the second half. Can Donovan Phillip convert this penalty here for Colorado? And it stopped. Penalty save for Nate Martinez, his first as a professional. It comes in his professional debut. Well done by the goalkeeper. Took it off the chest. He was early, and he covered the ground. Patrick McDonald now, 23-year-old from Greensboro, North Carolina. He went the full 90 minutes in this one. Can he give St. Louis the advantage? No, he can't. High and wide, well past the upper corner. A penalty miss for Patrick McDonald. 1-1 through 3 rounds after this big miss from Patrick McDonald. Nathan Chumba, just 15 years of age, ever present this year for Eric Bushu. Grew up in nearby Aurora, Colorado, an academy product. Part of the 2010 group. Will place his ball. What if Nate Martinez have up his sleeve as the St. Louis City goalkeeper? Short run up, and a soft penalty is converted by Chumba. He was 2 steps behind the ball. He may have fooled Nate Martinez with his pen. Just standing still, 1 step, 1 to plant, and then he puts it past Nate Martinez. Cool as you like from the 15-year-olds. Nathan Chumba. Jerome Barkley, 22-year-old Jamaican. He's left-footed. He came off the bench in the second half. Here is Jamone Barkley. And he converts. Past the full stretch of Kendall Starks. 2-2 as we go to the 5th penalty. Jamone Barkley, well taken penalty. Landon Strohmeyer, the second half substitute, glides up to the spot. He made his penalty in this first matchup back in April in St. Louis. Can he do it again? Landon Strohmeyer for Colorado. Was it in? It is. Seemed to kiss off the inside of the post, hit the side netting and carry back to the opposite corner. Not the cleanest penalty, but effective from Strohmeyer. Right through the hands, it seemed, of the goalkeeper, Nate Martinez. Now a pressure-packed penalty coming for Andrew DeGans, the left back from Trinidad and Tobago. He was lively all night. Must convert here. Here's DeGans. He has. Past the dive of Kendall Stark. DeGans converts. It's 3-3 as we go to a 6th penalty. You can see on replay, Kendall Starks was leaning right. His feet were closer to the right post and the left, inviting that attempt from DeGans. Jaden Chantak. Make that Johnny De La Fuente. Johnny De La Fuente off the goal frame. The second half substitute, age 16, hits the frame. And now St. Louis City is in position to win it. A big run up, a confident take. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, but off the crossbar. Drew Dowling, U16 Academy player. Winding down his sophomore year in high school. He had 1 chance from the top of the box in regulation. Can Drew Dowling win it here for St. Louis City? Here is Drew Dowling. And he has a well-taken penalty from the U16 Academy player of St. Louis City. And 2 points away from home for the second best team in the Western Conference of MLS Next Pro. That was a well-taken penalty from the U16 player, Drew Dowling. us into our Adidas Man of the Match. It's presented by Adidas, and it's that penalty taker, Drew Dowling. As we see this run, and it's Palmer Alt. Now Palmer Alt, the 7th goal of the season. Watch his movement around the 6-yard box. And a calm header 3 minutes before halftime. The tying goal led to the penalty shootouts. Tough for Colorado, another game in the books in 2026 without a full 3 points. That will wrap things up for our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew. Matt Peterson saying so long from Denver after a 1-1 draw. A penalty shootout victory for St. Louis City. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com. And one football. Good night from Denver.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.
Hey, Sam,